According to this article, Xbox made the right decision skipping a PS5 Pro competitor. This is an IGN article here that's written by Ben Carey. Some of their reasonings basically include, I get the thinking behind mid-gen upgrades. Console cycles are lengthy, especially compared to other tech. The PS5 Pro is really a tough sell, even for the most passionate fan. That's why I firmly believe Microsoft has made the right call not to bother with its own PS5 Pro competitor. The last time we had mid-gen systems, the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One X, 4K TVs were becoming much more commonplace, as an upgrade that supported this tech totally made sense. Additionally, Microsoft also had a weak console launch in 2013 Xbox One, and so there was an opportunity to flip the narrative by pushing out an upgrade. That's exactly what happened, because the Xbox One X was a fantastic system and arguably one of the one to go for compared to the PS4 Pro, because it provided a bigger leap from the base Xbox One and was ultimately more powerful than Sony's offering. The One X certainly made the back half of last year much better, a much better place to be as an Xbox fan and follower of the industry. I've never really, paid attention to what Xbox had been doing in terms of, its consoles. The first Xbox console I've spent money on and I've actually kept is the Series X. Every other Xbox that I, owned, I maybe gave away. The 360 was gifted to me, and the Xbox Ones that I bought, I just returned them like maybe a week later, thinking there's just nothing on here for me to, be attracted to this platform and nothing I wanted to play. But at the end of the day, I think, in my opinion, the mid-gen refresh is basically a high-end scam. I mean, I can basically show you why they're selling this console to you at such a high priced, point. That they know that they can get away with this particular thing because they know that they have a lot of loyal fans. Now, I'm not saying if you're buying it, you're doing anything bad. I'm just saying, like, the price to performance has not been impressive, and even everything that Digital Foundry's been doing, nothing has been compelling enough for anybody who's looking and saying, okay, I want to buy this. And the answer is very simple. If you remember when the Insomniac leaks happened, PlayStation is found to have, spoken about how the industry threat for them is Call of Duty in Xbox's hands and Call of Duty in Xbox. This is the article written by Jess Corden, and one of the things that they said that they could do, or they could actually, use as an impact, they said premium sales model is the central approach. So no longer are they going to be selling these consoles anymore to consumers at the price that they've always done, which has been a subsidized price. They're going to take the premium approach to sell you or upsell you for more money for these consoles that you're buying. I also hear a lot of people had been talking about how the console was going to be a leap that, at the end of the day, it could make things happen and blah, blah, blah. But when you start talking to them and asking them questions, they back down. Like this PlayStation fan over here. I remember they had said something about the Rogue Ally X being $800 and, no one is bothering with it. But, I made that video and we talked about it, and you guys are like, well, at least the Rogue Ally X, is a platform that is a PC. So it's not necessarily something that is just, a simple gaming console. So I asked this individual, they said, the PS5 Pro was going to be comparable to a 4070. So when I started asking them, how do you know? They started flaking and flailing all over the place, insulting me, calling me all kinds of names. But then we finally found out that this person has no clue what they're talking about. It took a while because I just kept asking them the questions. And then they ended up with the conclusion that I was insecure about the PS5 Pro and thought that I had like a crappy gaming device. That's a narrative that's going around. I've seen one big, YouTuber say that the reason, Xbox fans are mad at the PS5 Pro is because, they don't have any advantage in that regard. And I'm like, I'm not an Xbox fan. And then they're like, well, you're still an Xbox fan because even as a PC player, you shouldn't even be bothering with the PS5 Pro. I will bother because if you can sell me a 4070 device for $700, I'm interested. Yeah, right. If you can actually pull it off, because I don't know if many of you have actually seen what a 4070 laptop costs, on the market. I mean, even with a lower CPU specs, a 4070 based device is going to be a very expensive device. So looking at how it's not even possible when you actually take the grand scheme of things, because the PS5 Pro is an AMD device. It is not like it's not like your 4070 that it's not like an RTX device. Sorry. and they will perform differently. They will be capable of different things. They'll be able to do things very differently, like with tensor cores and all of these things. So at the end of the day, I strongly believe that, Xbox made the right choice, because now they can actually move forward and kind of figure out, okay, where's the sweet spot? That's basically what it is. A lot of these new games have come out and they've been able to test a lot of these consoles, and knowing exactly where they can bank their performance and bank their power is going to be very important for them to be able to move into the next generation. But at the end of the day, it still stands to say, if you want performance, if performance is something that is on your mind and on the forefront of your gaming, then a gaming PC has always been the place for you to play. There's nothing else that you should be worrying about. And if you just want a game and you prefer the perceived convenience and all of the above, then, a console is definitely for you. But let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. What do you think about this IGN article? Shout out to, all of the the PC community that's actually brought a lot of these hyper fanboys back to reality, thinking that Sony is actually here for their interest instead of them actually focusing on what the hardware can do. They're just running around with the narrative because the company said so. All right, I'm out of here. Talk to me in the comment section. Peace out.